Hey, how you doing? It's the Retro Handhelds Podcast. Come with us, we'll talk about some stuff and things and whatever all night long. Until we're bored and we say goodnight and we all go do something else. Oh, that was so catchy. Oh, what an amazing new intro song that somebody made for you guys. Wow. You really pulled out all the stops with the welcome wagon. Thank you. Yeah. So, like the music said, welcome to the podcast. This is the Dweebcast now. That's what it's called. Moving forward, for the rest of the show today, at least. Stubbs isn't here. He had to take the day off for something. Why?
I think he's camping in his dumpster. That's what I've been hearing around town a little bit.
I thought it was something important.
No, it's not usually important with Stubbs.
To be fair, the dumpster is really important to him.
That's fair. It is very important to him. Yes.
Yeah. So welcome to the Dweebcast. Some might call this a hostile takeover of the Retro Handhelds podcast, but others might call it the dawning of a bright and glorious future. And
I'll call it a foreign invasion. This is like the revenge against 1812.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to leave it up to you to decide. You, Michael Benny, what is it?
Oh.
Is it a hostile takeover?
I'd actually say it's the best intro the show has had in years.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Is it because it doesn't have Stubbs in it? Do you think?
It's probably lots of factors related to Stubbs not being here, all of them converging into it just being, a swell time. You'll have to excuse me. I just recorded before I got here. That was my mistake to record before the podcast. I'm a novice. I'll figure this out. But I am parched. Let me tell you that much.
You gotta get yourself some root beer.
Yeah.
I do have some off to the side, as I always do, but yeah.
Only diet, though.
Yeah.
That's how we stay svelte.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just, I mean, it lets you drink as much as you want guilt-free, so, Ben, you're not old enough, I think, to have ever, bought a video game based entirely on the box art, have you? Like pre-internet, you never had a pre-internet, right?
I mean, I did, but like
he did grow up in an Amish farm, so we don't know what level of access he had. It's a little bit of a mystery.
I mean, I had my Game Boy Advance, so I mean, I had enough of the box art to go off of, but.
Oh, okay.
It was criminal that Nintendo put those games in cardboard boxes. That was awful.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. So I think I was going to say all of us here have probably been through the experience of buying a game just based on the box art, It's not really a thing now, though. I mean, anybody can pull out a phone anytime and see what the game is like. But, back in the day, you go to that game shop and you're staring at the wall. And you just pick the one that had the dragon on it or whatever. And,
I went with Mobile Light Force too because it had 3 babes on it.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of game.
You'd have to live in the pre-NES days when the box arts were wild, right? And then you go get the game, it's a bunch of rectangles that are going around on screen, and it's just but I want the one with the crazy lady in the bikini, and that's not actually what you saw.
Yeah, Atari games it's like the box art. It has a whole scene with lasers and spaceships fighting with a exploding star in the background. And you fire it up and rectangles, just moving rectangles. And, you got to use I guess the box had to set you up for using your imagination or whatever,
Yeah, especially that Mega Man box art. Man, that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, our standards were pretty low back then. Oh yeah, Air Sea Battle. That's actually a good game. That's one of the good Atari games. The actual game, it's pretty fun. Not lots of the Atari games have held up, but that one did. Anyways, yeah. So we're here to talk about a couple of things. We have a bit of a show and tell for you. We started the last time I was on the show, and we didn't get through everything. So I thought, I'd take the lazy approach for this episode, and we'll just continue where we left off the last time. Since we already figured out all this stuff and whatnot. I have 8 topics. Hang on, I got a chart. See how prepared I am? I have 8 of them, but I don't think we're gonna get through all of them.
We
one
never
thing
do.
one thing I did want to do though for sure is get the ones that are in the title of the episode. I don't want to, I don't want to call the episode Retro Hidden Gems and then we don't get to that one. So I want to make sure to get to those.
I mean, we could change the title, Retro
true.
Arcade Game Gems.
That's true. Yeah.
You got to give the people what they advertised. You got to give them what they, yeah.
Yeah, but all the guys in the chat, they're here for the hidden gems. And what was the other one in the title? Advanced emulation tricks. So
Vans is going to be the best one.
Yeah, I think we'll get to we'll definitely get to those. So let's actually start with one of those. I think we're going to start with the hidden gems, and the way I'm going to decide who goes first, I got a fun little thing here. Hang on. All right, I got my Game Boy bag, and in the Game Boy bag, I got the names of everybody. Got the dad, got the band, and got the lunch. And you guys are all going in there, and we're gonna mix it up, and this will determine who goes first. Okay, so the first topic is our personal hidden gem retro game. All right, and I hope everyone's prepared. If anyone didn't, then they're gonna get a bad mark.
I may or may not be Googling in the background hidden retro gems. Ooh, okay, I'm ready. Yay.
Right. Well,
You better Google fast.
No, darn it, not the slide keyboard.
Conveniently enough, we have Retro Lunch starting us off. My good friend Michael Benny. Do you have any retro game hidden gems to
I do.
suggest
And actually,
for us?
it speaks to your intro, not because it was a wild box art, but so if you have the logo for it, my retro hidden gem is a game for the Super Nintendo called Lagoon. Not Bahamut Lagoon, which is a strategy game, but Lagoon. Lagoon was a game that was very much in the Zelda style. It was action RPG, but it had a couple of things that Zelda didn't have. Number one, you could jump, and the jump actually factored into some of the puzzling and the environment traversal. The other thing that it had was it felt to me more like Diablo. Like in every Zelda game, and I know that people love this and they appreciate it, but there's always that sense of I'm here, I'm in the world, I've got no idea what I'm doing. It's almost that Minecraft-esque quality of I don't know what I'm supposed to do next, and I don't know if that's okay. Whereas this had the Zelda action RPG qualities. You're going around top-down, four-directional movement, but there was much more focus on the story. It felt like a JRPG, but it was a JRPG that actually had direction and action instead of turn-based strategy. So I did take a small video of the gameplay just to kind of demonstrate what it was like. And I say Diablo. Remember, this is proto Diablo. This was before Diablo even 1 was released. But to me, there really did feel like this quality when you were playing this game of I'm going into a dungeon or I'm going into an environment, and the resources are rare. So it wasn't that loot-based system, but you wanted to defeat every enemy. I don't know if you guys played Diablo 1, but wasn't there the sense whenever you got onto a floor, where it was whether I need to or not, I can move on to the next floor, but I need to explore every nook and cranny. And I need to get every piece of gold. And I need to defeat every enemy.
I love games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diablo 2 lost that. Diablo 2 lost that. They were large and expansive.
It's like a trap for me sometimes because I'll spend so long doing that, and I'll just eventually burn myself out way before I ever would if I had just moved on and played the game.
Mm-hmm. So this is the hidden gem that I want to claim. And for me, this was the box art thing. Was I didn't actually own this. We just didn't have the money at the time. This was a Blockbuster rental, but this was like a Blockbuster re-rental. Like this was please, if I don't rent this again, somebody's going to overwrite my save game and I have to go through this all over again. Please let me just have my game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the worst when somebody overwrites all the save games just because they can. Some little anarchist rents the game and they just destroy other people's work.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I probably did that too, but nobody's allowed to do it to me because that would be mean. What? No, I would never. I mean, but I did because I was a troll.
Sony, get this guy out of here. I'm not podcasting with somebody who's going to be deleting people's save games. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah, and I bet the game's probably just as underhanded as you are. Nice title screen though. Look at that.
Yeah,
that is actually really nice.
I gotta make note of that.
The music is really good in the game too. I would also highlight it's not, look, I'm not going to tell you the gameplay is as good as Zelda, but it's a pretty Zelda-esque game, and it really kind of filled that niche for me with good music and really good direction.
Yeah. All right. Wow, you sold me. I want to play it now.
So that's
look at that. They dump you right in. No 8-hour cutscene to get started with. That's nice.
I would also fast forward as your friend because the movement is very slow, especially when you're going through that little hidden tip. You can fast forward in these games. It's cool.
Fast forward. What? Michael.
Cheater.
This is your second warning. This is your second warning.
He's had 2 strikes. We're only 11 minutes in.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay. Lagoon is now on my list. I just added it to my favorites on my handheld there.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see. CB Weeby, who we got next, shall we? Who's this? Oh, the dad. We got the dad.
Yeah.
I bet you got some good game for us today.
I do. I got one for PlayStation 2. I think we're considering that retro, right? That's retro.
So retro's retro's like if it's about 20 years old or so, you know.
I'll have to ask the Council of Elders before I can confirm that. But you just roll with it for now, and if we need to, we'll just delete this from the episode.
Just skip me over, no problem.
Yeah.
So I went with Primal for PlayStation 2, and this one's an interesting one. So the studio behind this game is actually the same studio responsible for the Medieval series. And this was like their big action adventure game for the PlayStation 2 that pretty much nobody knows exists. And so basically take over Jen, who's the main character, and you have this companion who is a gargoyle. And the coolest thing about that is just their kind of like the dialogue between them. The voice acting is really good. The world building, character development, like it was really up there in terms of like a 2003 game. I mean, it was pretty unusual to see that kind of like story development and character development in a game. The world is really cool, very, very like goth style fantasy, really, really awesome. The combat was very unique. She would take over different forms, and you can shapeshift into different things, which would allow her to have different abilities. All the worlds were very unique. It was actually like a technical masterpiece too. I mean, there was really not much in terms of what it was able to do. Seamless worlds, kind of like Jak and Daxter, where it just everything flowed. The graphics were top notch. I mean, this was like a super high quality game from Sony's first party publishing that, I mean, for whatever reason, nobody knows about. So it's just kind of crazy to me.
Is it like, what's the actual format of the game? Is it like level based or open world, or how do you get through it?
So I would say this is like action adventure, kind of like similar to like Soul Reaver, which would probably be like the best comparison to it, since around that time games like Soul Reaver were kind of around and a thing. So I'd say like that's probably the closest in terms of what it was going for. Also similar in terms of just the story building, the character development, voice acting, very much similar to what Soul Reaver was doing and Legacy of Kain was doing. So I'd say if you're a fan of those two games, those two game series, Primal is definitely one that should be on your list. And yeah, you can see like, you have Jen, she's the main character, but you can also use the gargoyle too to help you get through the world and whatnot. But I just love the banter between the two of them, and just you really get involved with the characters, and you really start to really want to know what happens next to them, basically. And it's just an awesome game. I mean, this one is definitely really high quality. I recommend anybody to try this one out.
Nice graphics. Wow.
Yeah, this game was a technical masterpiece at the time. I mean, probably up there in terms of one of the best looking games on the PlayStation 2. I mean, it was doing things that no other game on PS2 was able to do.
Yeah, this is feeling almost more like Xbox 360, PS3 era based on what I'm seeing here. Obviously, they have it upscaled or whatever, but
Yeah. This game actually supported progressive scan on PS2, so again, it had all of those check marks in terms of all the fancy features that you didn't see much on PS2, but this was definitely up there.
You said Soul Reaver. You're speaking my language. That is,
it's
definitely
very much channels Soul Reaver, but it really does have its own elements going on, just with the ability to switch between the characters. She could shape shift into multiple forms, not just into one other form. So it was cool, and she's just cool. She's just a badass character, honestly.
yeah. How does it do with emulation? Is it easy to run or hard?
I don't know for sure. Actually, that's a good question.
Yeah, I guess
The
I guess
last
these
time I actually
days-
played it was on original PS2 hardware. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's a very good question. I'll
Yeah.
have to look into it.
I always know the super easy games to run in my library because they're the ones I've been testing since like the Retroid Pocket 3 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like in chat we're getting some word about it. So it runs fine on RP6, good on emulation, so that's good. Yeah.
I mean, everything should run on RP6. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to know about like lower end stuff. Like, could I run this on the Pocket Classic or something?
Right.
Can we make a pact right here, right now, to start playing this instead of the first level of God of War 2 again and again and again?
No.
The
no,
biggest
no
problem,
can do.
you know what it is though, is because these are very story-driven games. Is that by the time you get into like the meat of the gameplay, it's like you have had to put in so much time into it. So you need to make sure you have a save state ready to go. Then this way you can just jump into combat. Everyone just jumps into God of War because it takes 2 seconds to get into it.
Yeah. Also, since we all tested, it's like a standard candle, right? Like everybody knows how it runs on everything.
Exactly.
So it's like
it became an accidental benchmark in the community where we all have to use it because like, oh, okay, yeah, now I know kind of what to expect in terms of power. So God of War is that metric that we, for whatever reason, decided on.
It's like Cyberpunk on the PC. You just you have to test that one.
Yep.
Or
GTA.
GTA
Yep.
5.
GTA. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Or if you're on a very low end system, you got to play Half-Life 2.
Yep, I've been doing a lot of Half-Life 2 as well. Yeah, those are all really good benchmark games. It's funny because if you don't test some of those games, you'll get people really upset with you. It's like, well, why didn't you test God of War? How could you not test God of War or whatever it is? It's like, well, just try to change it up a little bit.
No, I've never had anyone get upset with me about anything, so I wouldn't. That's not a thing on the internet, I don't think. I think it's fine. All right. Oh, sorry. What was the name again?
It's Primal. Primal for PlayStation 2.
Primal. All right.
Yeah. So a Sony first-party game. Really good stuff.
That's a thing I always got to remember is to say the name of the game at the end. Because if somebody kind of tunes out and they're like, wait, what game are they talking about again? You got to say, remind them.
I like to play
All
as
right.
the monkey, and then you eat the people in the background to regain your health.
Ah,
Primal Rage.
Primal Rage.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, that's a different game. I don't remember eating any monkeys in this game.
That's the sequel to this one, I think.
I was like, wait, what game is this?
Oh, okay. Here we go. The guy who's just running the show. It's his turn. Oh, maybe I can hang on. I can zoom in here. Give me a sec.
Enhance.
Oh, zoom in. Enhance.
Look
can
how
you see
crispy that is.
Yeah, you should be able to see that. All right. I should have had this ready. I think I do actually have it ready. Let me go to my recently played. All right. So anybody who is hanging around the TechDweeb world is probably playing this one. This is called Metal Max, and it is a NES game that was released only in Japan. And there is a very well done fan translation, so you can play this. So it's sort of a hidden gem, just by the nature of it being a foreign game that never was officially released here. It's obviously a cult classic, as all good hidden gem NES games are. Hang on, I'm going to turn off the shader for the video. I'm getting some of that moire happening.
Getting your second emulation hidden tip.
Yeah. Oh, now that's a YouTuber tip. Don't do shaders on handhelds when you're filming unless you're Retro Game Core. You have a iPhone or whatever he films with, because it never happens for him, but it always happens for me. All right,
these are good tips. These are like insider tips.
Yeah. So this is it's a JRPG. Think like Dragon Quest or I guess Dragon Warrior kind of thing. Except this one takes place in the far future. I think it's sort of like a post-apocalyptic scenario. Society kind of went through wars and things are it's almost a little Mad Maxy. So the settlements are like they're all kind of spaced apart and stuff, and people are struggling. And there's a lot of it's sort of instead of having classes with skills, you have vehicles, and the vehicles are almost like other characters. Hang on, let me pull up the thing of the vehicles here. How do I do this?
Post-apocalyptic and with vehicles. This does sound familiar.
Metal Max, it's called. Where do I go here? Oh, status. That's it. Oh no. I should have had this already. Anyways, so you go into towns and there's like bounties. There's like posters, wanted posters, and then you go out into the world and you take down the bad guys that are wanted, and you bring the bounty back here, and you get money. You can spend the money on upgrading your tank. There's actually quite a bit of story in the game. Right here, if I get out of my tanks, you can get out of the tanks too. There's on foot combat, or you can be in the tanks, or like a mixture of both. Going in here,
cool.
this is the little store where you upgrade your tanks and stuff. They sell tank supplies. You buy ammunition. You can there's all sorts of upgrades for your tanks. The tanks, you can upgrade like their engine and their armor and the guns on them, and add like special trinkets and gizmos that do special things, like can teleport you back to town. And you can also rent vehicles. So if you get a guy and he doesn't have a vehicle, you can just rent a vehicle for him. It's called Metal Max, and it's not something that was really on my radar at all.
I am impressed at how...
Is this is a series, right? Like,
yeah, so there was a remake of this released on the Super Nintendo, and that one I think was also just a Japanese game. And
I remember this being on PS2. I might be wrong.
I don't know about that. Maybe, but I do know it was also on the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
No, actually, I think you're right. I think it was on PS2, and I'm pretty sure there's like a modern one, like on Steam or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like I've heard of this. I'm like I feel like I've seen this game on different platforms, like or like the sequels or whatever.
It is a series. So there's a Metal Max 2 on the Super Famicom, like Dweeb said, and then it looks like Nintendo DS had a Metal Max 3, Metal Max 2 Reloaded, Metal Max 4, Genko no Diva on 3DS. Metal Max Xeno was kind of the new modern series, and for PS4, and Xeno Reborn for PS4 as well. So it's
very cool. I'm gonna have to deep dive this series now.
Oh yeah, it's been around for a while, and it kind of like going back. We're playing this with the Dusty Game Society, and when we do a game, you can play any game in the series really. But I went back to the original one on the NES because I kind of wanted to see where it started, and also the first Super Nintendo one was a remake of this one. It's just sort of slight changes and better graphics, obviously, but yeah, it's one of those games that's so deep and there's so much to it that it really almost doesn't even feel like an NES game. Like it feels more like an old PC RPG or something. There's so much here, and I'm having a great time with it. I'm going to review it after we play it for a month, and that's my hidden gem for you.
I'm impressed at how calm and polite everyone is in the tank-based post-apocalypse.
Oh, you think so? You think so? Do you? Hang on a sec here. Let me just go to one quick little thing.
Oh
where are we?
boy.
Metal Max. All right, so this is your dad. This is a spoiler for the first minute of the game. This is how the game
Oh
welcomes
no.
you.
Ugh,
says
we're
what?
gonna get so many angry comments about this now.
Yeah, he says, what? You want to become a monster hunter? Haven't you given up on that idiotic dream yet, dweeb? Then the sister comes along. She's like, Dad, you should at least listen to him first. You stay out of this. I told you so many times, there's nothing better than a proper, honest job. Why can't you get it through your thick skull, you moron?
Rob, why are
Oh
you
my
being so
gosh.
mean to Dweeb? Rob,
man.
you're brutal right now.
If you hate listening to my advice that much, then you can get out of this house. Maybe the cold winds out there will cool down that hot head of yours.
Ooh.
And he drags you out. Look at this. He's dragging you. Get out. You can go all the way to For All I Care. I don't want to say it because it's a swear word to some people. And that's how the game welcomes you. Welcome to Metal Max.
That's motivation. That is really good.
That's super metal. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that didn't make you want to play, then I don't know what will. It's yeah, pretty wholesome.
Rob, you take that time with your kids?
Yeah.
You
All
go
right.
outside and let the Arizona air, cool you down.
Yeah. And I think there's only one left, obviously, and it's Ben. It's Ben. What hidden gem do you have for us, Ben?
I'm glad you called it a hidden gem because I feel like mine's the least retro out of everybody's. Mine is actually a game for the Wii, like the early days of the Wii, where they had the 3 colored discs on it. But it's called Endless Ocean. Apparently, there were
yeah.
3.
Nice choice.
Apparently, there were 2 other games in that series, but there's not, compared to you guys, there's not a whole lot to this one. It is a calming game where you're literally swimming through the ocean, exploring basically everything, finding new aquatic life forms, putting them in an aquarium, and it's honestly got some of the calmest music you could find for a game at the time. I feel like I haven't heard many people talk about it, but this is a game that I have pretty fond memories of, as this was one of the first games we got with the Wii. And despite the fact that it was for everybody, this was for some reason the game that we all watched my parents play for hours at a time.
Yeah, I did have this one. I think I even had a physical copy of this at one point. I've gotten rid of all my physical Wii games, but
Yeah, I used to have a physical too of this one. Yep.
Yeah, this I completely forgotten about it though until you.
Same.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
It's it's almost like a nature documentary game, right? Like you just swim around and take photos of fish. Is that right?
Yeah,
It kind of reminds me of Abzu.
which is
I guess I was gonna. It should be. I guess it's the other way around because Abzu came after this. So yeah.
Yeah, Jay Dewitt in chat was mentioning that game too.
Yep.
But
There
yeah,
was something like this on PS3 as well. There's a game like this too that has like that same idea, like where you're exploring the ocean too. It's pretty cool.
yeah, I feel like not a lot of people are into this genre of game, but if you are, it's a really relaxing experience.
I feel like it's almost ahead of its time. You know, like this kind of game, I feel like would be more popular today than it was back when it came out.
Right,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
like with cozy gamers. This feels like a very
Yeah.
cozy type of game.
Though
I remember-
I also don't hear anyone talking about the third game in the series because that one released on Switch.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's like it had its time and we're done with it now.
Everyone's done with the ocean. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Not a Subnautica.
We've explored everything there is to explore in the ocean.
It's
I
like-
remember that as part of. Oh, good.
It's like a Subnautical prequel because it's before the ocean got dangerous.
Yeah.
But I remember this is part of like Nintendo's blue ocean strategy. It's like we need to make games that are not so intense because you've got this. You've been playing, Wii Tennis unto infinity, but the other games are intimidating to you. And so, how about this chill, relaxing game for mom, for grandma? You're not going to die. It's going to be okay.
Game won't give you a heart attack. You're good.
Yeah, we could learn a thing or two from things that were. That's why we're retro gamers. Some philosophy for you guys there.
Yeah. You can pet the fish. I mean,
I just
that
wanna
is
pet
an
the
option. Technically, I'm not going to spoil it. There is like an actual end goal, but you could spend hours never reaching it if you wanted to.
All right, Endless Ocean. Thank you, Ben.
Good choice.
I approve. Yeah, that's a deep cut one right there. All right, so let's continue. I don't think we're gonna get nearly through all of these, but
Yeah.
I want to give the panel a chance to choose. So we're gonna go around, and we're each gonna choose a question to do. So you can pick your favorite one, so you can make sure to get to the thing, the show and tell thing that you want to do. I'll save mine for last after we do the advanced emulation trick, if there's time. But let's just go clockwise around, and we'll start with Rob the Retro Tech Dad. Which question do you want us to tackle next?
I say I'm gonna do this for Ban. Favorite controller. I know he's been itching to show off his favorite controller.
But Rob, the last episode I was on was the controller episode.
That's a good one because I think it'll be pretty quick too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who goes first. Hang on.
It's gonna be Ban.
Gotta get the Game Boy going again. All right. No, it's not going to be Ban. The universe wouldn't do that to us. Oh God!
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's fate. It's fate. All right, Ban. What controller you got to show us? What's your favorite controller? That's the question. What is your favorite controller?
I mean, I look at a lot of controllers, but still one of my favorites is this one that I've shown off like a dozen times, and Rob knows that too, but it's the Fantech EOS Pro 2S. I have a review of it on the Retro Handhelds website, and so honestly, I'll keep it short because you could read all of my thoughts there. It's just an interesting controller. It's got different ergonomics than most other controllers. It's actually got a really satisfying D-pad. It's got nice sticks, nice controls in general. Overall, it's a good controller.
What's something about it that makes it unique compared to just like most other controllers, if there is anything?
I mean, one thing I mentioned was like the ergonomics. It's not, like this picture right here, you kind of see that it doesn't quite have the same stance that most Xbox styled controllers have.
It feels more like Xbox 360 era shape.
Yeah, actually, I would say it's a little bit closer to that, and that's not exactly something that you see in a lot of controllers now.
Yeah. Before Xbox kind of had the longer handles and the wider button area. Back when it was more kind of smooth and boomerang shaped.
Yeah, and it's not like the weird 8-bit do Ultimate style where it's the vertical-ish grips either. So it's kind of a nice middle ground.
All right. Is it cheap or expensive or in the middle? Price-wise?
Last I checked, it was about $40, and if you wanted the dock, it's like 15.
All right.
I love that picture.
It's a nice picture.
It is a nice picture.
All right, excellent. You made a good pitch. I'm intrigued about it. It's kind of weird looking though, right? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get some funny looks when you bust that out in
it looks like a knockoff Starfield controller.
Well, the color theme is in fact Starfield.
Yeah, I know. I love all the fake Starfield branding on all these devices.
Yeah, but it's a nice colorway.
Yeah, back when they thought Starfield was going to be the next big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see who's next. We got lunchbox,
It's
retro
lunchtime.
lunch. Yeah. What do you like to play on, Michael?
So I'm gonna be quick with mine because there's a difference between best and favorite, and that's how I'm choosing to interpret this. And so for me, my favorite controller, probably the one I spent the most time with, was the Xbox 360 controller. And part of this is kind of like you mentioned, the Xbox 360 controller to me was a precursor to almost all the controllers that came afterwards.
Yes.
All of your PC controllers, it all kind of stemmed from this. Now the D-pad isn't great, but the D-pad by the time at S360 to the 360 timeframe, we weren't using the D-pad that much. This was down to go, reload in,
Right.
gears or things like that. And so this is the one I'm picking as my favorite, just because it was so comfortable. It was this nice iteration on top of the original Xbox controller. Definitely put the most time into this. And the thing which I miss that nobody else has done since then, I don't have it anymore. Did anybody have the chat pad replacement?
Oh yeah.
It was so
yeah.
comfortable with this, and it was so easy to just
Mine came with
BlackBerry
it, I
out or
think.
something. Oh,
I-
that was
Did they come? It came with it, right? When you bought the Xbox console, I think, or at least earlier in the day.
I
That was
remember
when you got
buying mine
the Xbox Live bundle with the headset and the little chat.
Oh
pad.
yeah, the little chat pad. That's awesome.
There was something so comfortable about that. I know you could bring up the on-screen controls, but navigating left, right to get to the key was just, the controller still felt good even with the chat pad on it, and that's the part which I still find remarkable.
I actually
unique.
preferred it with the chat pad on there. It kind of added a little bit of weight to the bottom and made it feel a little bit more substantial in your hands.
I will say, that's a really good choice, just from what you were saying in terms of it really making a standard in terms of what we have today, right? For PC controls and just the Bluetooth standard, X input standard. That's, where it all really began was with that Xbox 360 controller. That was a game changer for PC gaming, because before that, it was a mess to get game controllers going.
Yeah.
And the fact that it plugged into the PC too, which means you got all that in X, which I don't remember working well on the original Xbox controller or the Xbox controller S, the smaller one.
Yep.
Yeah, and they had broad open API support, so anybody could implement the X input method without any fuss. It was just effortless.
And this is more of a personal issue, but during the 360 versus PS3 timeframe, don't get me wrong, the PS3 controller was fine. It's not my favorite. It was fine. The tension on the sticks was way too loose on the PS3 controller, and that just kept driving me back to 360.
Yeah.
Oh, so at the time, this is kind of silly, but I loved the fact that, player 1 was marked on the controller, and 2 and 3 and 4 on the actual circle on the Xbox logo. That was really cool. I was like, the little touches were nice. I like that,
Yeah.
There were those fun moments where I kept telling people, just push the X button. And of course, there's 2 X buttons. There's the one in the center, and then there's the one with the X. And just but Dad, I quit the games. You're not. That's not the X button I'm talking about. So that's mine. I cede my time.
All right. Oh wait, I just saw your hands. Show me your hands again. Up.
Wow,
up,
how are you?
Up.
Wait, how are you doing that?
What? Oh my gosh.
Wait, you're on 2 different windows?
The style is spreading. I love
No,
it.
it's not fair. I asked ChatGPT to give me an outfit that represented both characters of Penny Arcade, and this is what it came up with.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Yeah. All right. Well, now that I respect your style a lot more than I did a minute ago, let's continue on. Your style is always good, but that's just chef's kiss.
It's the nicest thing anybody said to me all day long. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear you've been having such a insulting day. Retro Tech Dad, what controller you got for us there, Dad?
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Yep. I think I have a favorite controller, and these are just the ones I have near me, but I have a whole bunch of these guys. I just love the Xbox Series controller. I think you can't go wrong with it, right? It's readily available, fairly priced, works with everything, and it feels good in the hands. They're just solid controllers. I don't even know what else to say beyond that. I just think they're a great option.
How many do you have?
Probably like 8.
Which
This is the newest one that showed up not too long. Actually, it showed up while I was in Taipei,
Oh, that's
and
kinda
the box
cool.
is all crushed. But luckily, the controller itself is good. So
Is
now
that-
I have
which-
a companion to my other Forza controller. This is the Forza Horizon 6 controller.
Yeah.
Really
Which one's
funky colors.
Which one's your favorite of the ones that you do have? Like
Probably
if you
the 5, the Forza
Yeah.
Horizon 5 controller
Oh,
is
that
just
is
so much
cool.
fun. Look at the colors on this thing.
I
Love it.
remember people
And the black
hating
grips
that
in the
one.
back. Love this. That's nice. The
When the-
Xbox 20th anniversary one is really cool too. I love the transparent black with a little bit of touch of the green in there.
Oh, that's nice too.
Yeah, green grips, really cool.
Yeah.
Love the grips on these. Like it's funny because all the handhelds are now starting to try to copy the grip of the Xbox Series controller with just the way it feels in your hands and just all that. So, again, like talking about like a controller that kind of like a standard. This is one I feel like a lot of companies copy and try to emulate. And so, it's just a good controller. You really, really can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate
Well,
how the Forza 6 controller matches the new RH branding for 2026.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Something in the air made us just remember Saved by the Bell all over again, and now we can't
Right?
get away from it.
Yeah. It's
Especially
so
with all like the
90s.
little squiggly lines and random art. I mean, I guess this
Yeah.
is what's this supposed to be? A track map, maybe? I don't know.
Probably.
It looks like a track, yeah.
Yeah, roads. Yeah. Kinda
Yeah,
cool.
the name for that kind of graphic design is called Memphis. That's the styling. There was a group of artists back in the '90s, the Memphis Collective, and yeah, all those Saved by the Bell like squiggles and triangles and circles and the neon colors.
Interesting.
It's called Memphis. If you look it up, if you want that kind of vibe, a wallpaper for your phone or whatever, search for Memphis and you'll find that. In addition to finding like the state that's a state, right? I don't
Tennessee
know,
barbecue.
American.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the wonderful choice. Speaking of Xbox style controllers, this is mine. It's the Ghillie Kit KK3 Max Pro. What is it? I forget.
That one's the max.
The Max. Yeah.
King Kong's got nothing on me.
I do have the other the Pro one. I think which one? Okay, yeah, here it is. The only thing I think that makes it Pro is that it comes with these like little back paddle things you can put in there. I hate back paddles. Can we do a little survey here? Who here actually likes back paddle buttons?
I don't use them at all.
I don't
Okay.
use them at all.
I love them in theory because I want to be able. I want to be able. Well, and this like I want to be able to map them to fast forward, rewind, things like that. But then I don't
Yeah.
because I just don't have time, and so I never actually use them.
Yeah, I don't actually feel like I need a button on the back that does the same thing as a button my fingers are already on, because then I have to remember and stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of times I accidentally will press them too, which drives me nuts.
Yeah. For me, it's mostly just like a sensory thing. I hate things under my fingers back there. I just want nice, clean. Because if it's back there, I'm gonna play with it. If there's some little, not like even just this is like almost too much. Because I just like during loading screens or whatever, I'm just like fiddling with the little things, and yeah, it just drives me nuts. But yeah, it's just a nice, simple controller. One of the things I like about it is that it has so many different connection modes, but you don't have to hold like some dumb hotkey to
I hate
switch
that.
between. Oh, it's so
Yes.
annoying. And it's always different on every controller. This one, it's literally just like they got little pictures and you push the button until the picture of the one you want is there. And you got pairing over here and you can just pair it. If you want Bluetooth, you switch to there. If you want D input, you switch there. You just pair it there. And it's got the 2.4 gigahertz too. So if you just want to plug it in and not worry about pairing, you can do that too. And
Yeah, that to me is a huge selling point on that controller. That's awesome.
yeah, that's probably the reason I started grabbing it more often was just because I knew I didn't have to like futz about with anything. It just worked. And then I just kind of fell in love with the shape and the feel of it. The thumbsticks are really nice. They got the what do you call it? The posts, the metal posts,
Yeah, it's
the thick
nice.
posts. And
I was
it's
gonna say
got
the
that-
shape is very, very much familiar. It looks very much like the Xbox Series. So kind of like what I was talking about, how a lot of manufacturers looked at the Xbox Series as a kind of template for what to do.
Yeah.
But it's got a beautiful, simple cross D-pad. Like I love and appreciate that. Yes, I'm not dealing. This is not complicated, people. We solved this a long time ago. That it's really kind of all you need.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also got, it's one of the only ones that has the Game Boy G, which is like my thing. I like all my devices to
yeah.
match. And this is one of the only controllers I have. The 8BitDo ones are are more authentic, but I don't like them nearly as much. I don't like the PlayStation style sticks and stuff. So this is the winner. It's not perfect. There's I could come up with changes that I would want, but this is the one that I grab more than any other. So there you go.
It's a good choice.
Gilly Kit KK3 Max Pro Ultra, whatever it is. That's the one.
Before we move forward, I do want to acknowledge Rad for RA in the comments gave us a super chat, and I believe it was directed at you, Mr. Dweeb.
Oh, okay. I'm slacking on my host duties here. Where are we? Remember to be. Okay. So he's a temp. Okay, like I wouldn't say this if he was here now, but like he's a temp. You can only give a temp so much freedom. You can only give them so much respect before they just start taking and you gotta keep your temps in their place. Trust me, I have a long history of dealing with temps. Before I started my channel, I had a temp almost every week. I had a temp around here to help out with various emulation related tasks and pocket tasks and stuff. So I know he's sort of a fan favorite, but don't get attached. He's on his way out, I'm sure.
If you're a pocket test guy, pocket tested some of your handhelds on his walk home.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, though. Maybe when pocket test guy, needs to find a permanent position, we can give him a little parting gift, like a piece of TechDweeb merch. They got mouse pads and socks. Oh, those socks, yeah, stripy socks. The shirts are good. That's probably the mouse, the desk mats and the shirts are probably my two favorite things. Oh, the handheld stickers, they're good. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for showing my store there. All right, moving along. I think that was another topic done. Oh yeah, we're flying through these. We got 2 done. We're gonna be here for the next 7 hours, right? All right. Next, hang on. We were going clockwise. Who was in the bottom down here? I think it was Ban. All right, Ban. Which one do you want?
I'm going to just keep moving down the list. I want to see what everybody brought from some other hobby. We talk about controllers and handhelds all the time. Why not see something else?
Some other hobby. All right. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this is like, something you're into, something you want to show the class that is not related to, anything you would do on the channel or anything like that. So, it looks like it's me first. Okay. All right. So I like to camp. That's one of my hobbies. I was actually thinking of when I was considering starting a YouTube channel, I was going to make a camping channel. That was one of the topics of one of my micro obsessions that was top of my potential channel topic lists until I came up with TechDweeb, and then I realized I could do a little camping in there too. So the style of camping that I like to do is called ultralight camping. And this is where you travel as light as possible so you can, not have to worry about carrying a heavy backpack, obviously. You basically, you trade comfort on the trail for comfort at camp. So you're less comfy at camp carrying ultralight stuff because it's all kind of minimalist. But on the trail, oh yeah, it's super light. So this is my cook kit. This is what I cook dinner in and I eat out of. This is the only thing I bring. And then I'll bring like dehydrated meals or maybe like instant rice and instant beans or instant mashed potatoes. That's one of my favorite foods in the world. I eat that at home and I definitely eat it on the trail. So this is a little cozy, like it's like a little padded thing. And the fabric on the outside here is called Dyneema composite fabric. It's like NASA stuff. It's crazy, ridiculously light. I have a tarp made out of this too. And that keeps my pot warm. And here's my pot. It is a titanium pot, which is very lightweight metal. And it's got a little lid because that makes it boil faster. And this is a little fuel thing. It's like a little squirt, like a liquid flavor enhancer.
Is it
drink.
root beer flavored?
No, sadly, it's poison. There's there's fuel in there, and you don't want to drink that. That's why I took that's why I took the label off, just in case I ever accidentally was like, oh, which one's the poison? I'll taste them to make sure. This is I made this, by the way. This whole thing is I put it all together myself. So there's this little pie tin ground plate there to keep the ground from stealing the heat from my fuel stove. This is my stove. It is a cat food can that I punched holes in.
Wow, that is wild.
You squirt the fuel in there. I'm not going to do it here because that's like a fire hazard. And then you light it, and the fire comes out the side as the pot sits on top like that. See? A little thing like
Mine
that.
is confused every single time you ring that out.
And then this is a little windscreen, and this is made of titanium too, and I just kind of cut it in the shape that I needed it. Super crazy light, but very strong, very durable. And so that goes around there to prevent the wind from blowing the fire all over the place. And that goes on there. There's a little cutout there for the handle. You see that? And then over here is my kitchen. This is my kitchen kit. This is a hot lips thing. You put it on the edge of the cup so you can actually drink it if the cup is hot, so you don't burn your mouth. And this is one of my favorite parts of it right here. This is a little silicone pot grabber. So I can grab it without burning myself. I had to learn the hard way that this existed and that I needed it in my life. Because sometimes the fire would even like get up alongside the handle and make that too hot, and you're like, oh, I gotta get it off, but ow, I'm burning myself. This is you can like pick it up like that. And then in there, I have a little scrubber. That's the only thing I bring to clean. I actually rarely use this. I usually just, I'm always camping on the water, so I'll just use like the sand to clean my thing. That's an old scout trick. Use sand and rocks to swish around in there. And then the only other thing is this is my flint and steel. So it's just like a single flint and a little steel thing. So this is from a big flint and steel lighter thing, and this was like from a little survival whistle, and they are the smallest ones of those, and to light it you just kind of go.
Ooh, I want to see the fire.
It's not lighting because I didn't squirt the stuff in
I
there.
thought we lost you.
Yeah. No, it's
turns out the shirt's flammable.
Oh no.
all right, so that's it.
That's
and
really cool.
It all fits
That is
together
super
in
cool.
there, and it weighs almost nothing. That's my little kit. So while I clean that up, let's draw another name. Hang on. The only thing you can really buy from this is like the pot. You can find those on AliExpress, and basically all the rest is homemade. You could probably find this pot gripper. I think it's GSI. Hang on. Yeah, GSI. I always get my tech companies and my camping companies' acronyms mixed up. I think at one point I had a mug that I kept calling my MSI mug.
I think
All right.
jackets are more expensive at REI because of RAM shortage too.
Yeah.
That wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
who do we got here? Oh, the
Nope.
Retro Tech Dad. All right. What hobby or non-tech related thing do you have to share with us?
So I like to do a lot of 3D printing. 3D printing is definitely one of my other hobbies I just love. And, like it actually kind of works well with the retro handheld hobby because, we can print cases and grips and all sorts of stuff. But I like just to print doodads. That's what I do. And I got myself a PlayStation trophy. Yeah, a whole bunch
Oh,
of
that's
stuff.
cool.
Got Cool Spot. It's just fun, and they, they're fun to print. You can print gifts for people. I mean, it's so useful in so many different ways, and I've really just become so obsessed with 3D printing. I love it. It is probably one of my favorite investments I've made in the past few years.
Man,
Have you gotten into
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Michael.
So have you gotten into Tinkercad and sort of like adjusting the models yourselves, or
I've done a little bit of that. Band's much better at that than I am, for sure. So I usually just go on Maker World, and there's so many cool designs, and people just think of everything. I mean, anything you can think of exists on Maker World. It's incredible. Like, people are just amazing to me.
I gotta pick your brain because I just got a 3D printer and I am a noob. I don't know how to do anything.
Ooh,
Which printer did you get?
It's the Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2.
Name's like, I know that one.
Oh no, it is a good one though. Genuinely, I feel like with them they've gotten pretty good at drag and drop for printing on Elegoo's Centauri line.
Yeah, it's been pretty easy to like do the slicing.
Nice.
That's one thing I had to learn all about is like you don't just print a thing, you gotta slice it, which is where you prepare the thing you're printing for your printer. Oh wow, there's lots of little detail in that one. What print head do you have? Is that a 0.02?
It's 0.04, I believe, right, Ben? I have the Bamboo Lab. What is it? The X1C.
Yep, the stock heads are 0.4 millimeters.
Yeah, it does a good job with that size. Yeah, it's awesome.
You can decrease the layer height in order to get it to be a little bit more fine, higher resolution, as it were. It just takes a lot longer and ironing or whatever to make sure there's less like layers. But
it smooths out the top layer, which makes it look a little more finished. Looks nice.
There's things you learn. Oh, good.
I got the 0.2, but when I changed it, I couldn't print anything. Like it wasn't working. It wasn't sticking to the bed, and it's been a process to get around all the little hardware type things. Like the software is easy enough, at least the slicer is.
Did you make sure to set the nozzle to actually print for a 0.2 millimeter nozzle
in the slicer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did get it sorted. I think it just started working after I did a bunch of things, and I don't know which one thing it was, but I think it was maybe the calibrating. I needed to calibrate it again. I don't know.
That's one thing I'm not familiar with that brand, but like one thing I like about the Bamboo stuff is that it's so easy. I mean, like anyone can figure it out. If I can figure it out, then anybody can figure it out, and it's just literally it takes care of everything for you. All the calibrations, all automatic. It's awesome. Like because the original one I had was the Inker, whatever one it was, and that almost turned me off to the whole hobby. And then I got the Bamboo because Van recommended it, and I just have not stopped printing since then. I've had that printer for almost 3 years now.
Nice. Which one is it?
I have the X1C.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I have both an A1 and an A1 Mini.
All right, so Ben, you have officially nominated yourself as like my 3D printing tech support guy, and you can expect lots and lots of annoying questions from me moving forward.
Ben's a genius when it comes to the 3D printing stuff. He definitely knows his things.
That's what I need. And if you ever need to know how to cook mashed potatoes in the woods, I got you covered.
You mean like these potatoes, right?
Just like those potatoes. Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm trying to find another use for these potatoes. They don't mount to much,
Yeah, just eat them.
You can do anything with a potato. You can boil it, you can fry it, you can put it
No,
in
but
a
not these
stew.
potatoes. These potatoes. These are specific potatoes. These are special potatoes for the potato PCs.
Oh, my old potatoes have eyes too. That's nothing.
I think that's a sign you need to eat them.
That's such a dad joke. You're such a dad. Oh, we're back on the Micronex. Oh, this is something we were talking about before the show started. The Micronex root beer float. I ordered a big box of those. That's not my hobby, though. I swear, I have other hobbies.
Root beer isn't a hobby?
It's a way of life. It's more than a hobby. It's who I am now. Speaking of who I am,
my turn.
We have retro lunch. My alter ego, my better half, with the TechDweeb styles.
It's a good style. Like it's underutilized, really. So what I wanted to show off is this is something which I do with my son, my third oldest, which is he is super into cardboard and cardboard craft. And we were sitting at a restaurant the other day, and we were just bonding, and we were just drawing on the menu. And what we decided to do is a paper craft, cardboard craft retro handheld. So he's thinking of me because he knows I'm into this, and so he put together this, like, it's got buttons, it's got a D-pad, it's got a power button. At some point it had triggers. Unfortunately, those fell off, but Yeah, you could give him all of your old scraps, all those old Amazon boxes, all the busted up Amazon boxes that come in whenever I buy something at the marketplace. Those go to him. And he's got a huge stockpile of them, and everything is just, he's like a real engineer. Everything is just built out of, duct tape and WD-40 and paper and crayons and cardboard. And so I want to show this off because this was really special to me. Him taking something which he knows is my hobby and applying it to his hobby.
Yeah. It's impressive that that it runs Minecraft too.
Mm-hmm. That's the game he was into at the time, so that's what we were bonding over.
Yeah,
and since then he's gotten more advanced, like straws and like chopsticks for axles, put wheels on them, and he makes his little cardboard craft cars. Like I'm super impressed and really proud of what he does. So this I'm keep on my desk all the time because it's really special to me.
Yeah, and it's also really lightweight, good for the pocket.
Oh my gosh. Why do you have a big bubble there?
Yeah. So do you know what this character is?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other guys do.
I can only see teeth.
So let me switch the camera. So Ben guessed the character correctly. So this is a character called Bubble. So speaking of 3D printing, this is something that my daughter got into. It looks like a chain chomp.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a chain chomp. Yeah.
There's a show which is really popular amongst the youths called The Amazing Digital Circus. And it got so popular they premiered their season finale in theaters. And so my daughter and I worked together to print this 3D printed character, which represents the popcorn bucket. So she took this into the theater as her popcorn bucket. Cool. I thought it was so cool that like she and I got to bond over using a 3D printer to do that.
That's a cute character, man. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. It's got the show is weird, but it's got style.
Yeah.
You could also use it as a purge bucket for your filament.
That's true. If you do that though, you're never using it for popcorn again.
Oh, that was what. Oh, yeah. When I first started 3D printing, I didn't know that was a thing, and I had my printer set up on the counter of my computer kitchen, and I was just happily printing this and that and whatever, and then like days later, I just walk around the back to do something else, and I walk over a bunch of little plastic caltrops, and I'm like, what? Where did this come from? There was so much of it all over the floor.
Oh, yeah. I've actually mailed some off to Ben because I had so much of it.
Yeah, and I mailed some back to Rob.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing. And then I've now learned that, when you do multicolor prints, every time the printer does a layer of one color and needs to do more of the other color, it creates this little like goopy little transition clump, and it just spits that out the back.
Emulation nips. What is this? TechDweeb, TechDweeb, give me the show back, TechDweeb, please. Rip Kyle, I don't know. He's gone crazy. He's gone crazy.
All right, so
bye, Stubbs.
Bye, Stubbs. Have a good time.
I guess this is a permanent change, and that's probably probably for the best at this point. So, hey, how you doing? It's the Retro Handhelds Podcast. Come with us. We'll talk about some stuff and things and whatever all night long until we're bored and we. It was going so good. You're getting to the grand finale. Here, I'll finish it for you. Until we're bored and we say good night, then we all go do something else. There you go. I worked for 7 hours on that. Yeah. Did we all get through? That topic? Was there anyone else? No, we didn't. Ben. What do you do? What do you do, Ben? Other than this?
What do you do?
Other than this?
So, as a side, a lot of people know that I am very much into music and playing music. So, I think I have the largest thing for the table. Hold on. Oh my gosh. So, this is an Ibanez SR500E. It's a 4-string bass guitar. I've been playing for about 11 years at this point, and this is my very first one. And It's. I think the funny thing is I learned how to play bass guitar purely out of spite for somebody. I don't remember why anymore, but it was just to prove a point more than anything.
They were like, they were like, oh, you'll never be able to play Red Hot Chili Peppers this or that song, and you're like, that's it. I'm going to show you.
Exactly, and now I've been doing it for 11 years at this point.
Yeah, and now that person is dead.
I don't know about that, but I haven't seen them in 11 years, so there's that too.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I hope not, because I'm pretty sure they were pretty young at the time.
Oh, that's life. But bass guitars, that's pretty cool. Are you going to play us a little ditty, or is that too difficult?
I'm not going to, because I do not have the space in this room to set up like the amplifier and get all that plugged in, or to get it hooked in directly to them to my Focusrite Scarlett Solo. Someone's asking me about pedals. I'm more of a jazz bassist than anything, so I actually don't have any pedals for it. I just enjoy the sound that these instruments make purely off of what they are.
All right. I actually had a Ibanez guitar. I went through a little guitar phase back in high school, and the electric guitar I wanted was beautiful. I don't know the name of it, but it had like a red sort of semi-transparent polished surface to it, and it just looked so cool. But it ended up being like too complicated for me, because it had that, what do you call it, the floating bridge or whatever, the bottom, where the strings connect at the bottom instead of the top, and to tune it you had the tuning things down here, and the whole thing was like floating. So if the tension on one string was weird, the whole thing was out of tune, and it was just like too complicated for me, way too complicated for a novice. But I just wanted it because it looked beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel like for most people starting out, having just a traditional sized instrument, either guitar, bass guitar, whatever, it's super important to just have it as standardized as possible, so that if you need help, there's a lot more sources for that material.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song to play on that bass?
That's a good question. I've played a lot of music on it. At work, when kids were performing at like music events, I would usually help by pulling out the bass guitar, playing like their pep band music for people that know what that is. So I've played a lot of different songs. I think back to mostly in college, there's a piece called The Chicken, actually. And that's probably one of my favorite pieces, because it just kind of challenged me more than anything else.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah. We need to know. Somebody in the chat wanted to know when the second channel, the bass channel, is gonna get started.
I don't think there's gonna be a bass channel for that.
All right. Well, maybe you could at least lay down a nice backing track for my my new intro jingle. It could use a little bit of bass, I think, and you would probably handle that.
Everything can use a little bit more bass to it.
It's all about that bass.
Yeah.
It's a philosophy for life right there. All right. Moving along. I think we got everyone, right? Yeah, we did. Some other hobby. There we go. All right. Michael Benny, do you want to pick a topic for us to tackle next?
I am going to skip. I'm going to break rank, and I'm going to go skip number 4, even though I know people have stuff they're holding on to. And let's go to number 5. Let's take a non-retro handheld piece of tech.
All right. Excellent choice. This is a good episode because we're showing a lot of just random stuff. It's always changing. Nobody could be bored watching this. That's what I tell myself.
We're going outside of our usual stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
We're starting off with Rob. All right. All right. So the topic that we're going to be tackling here is a non-retro handheld piece of tech that you like. So yeah, sort of just any kind
So-
of techie thing that is not like our hobby.
So you said non-retro handheld, but I kind of still went retro. And since it's the Xbox 25th anniversary this year, and there's been a lot of talk about Xbox lately, I figured why not bring out the big boy, the original
Yeah.
Xbox. This thing, I mean, I could lift weights with this thing. It's just insane. But yeah, this guy is 25 years old this year, which I can't believe it's been 25 years since the GameCube came out, since the Xbox has come out. I'm like, wow, time has gone by really fast. Yeah, I've actually, someone in chat just mentioned it needed an green. I'm like, I actually went back to try to see if I can get the Halo Edition Xbox because, man, that 25th anniversary Xbox series that's coming out looks so cool, and I would
Yeah.
love to have the Halo Edition one. It's really cool. I had
that-
a buddy who actually had one. He paid $100 for it. I'm like, don't look at how much they cost now. They do not cost $100 anymore.
Is that like an original, like your original one
Yep.
that you got?
This
or
is my
that-
original one. It's also been modded now, so it has all the fancy stuff on there, bigger hard drive and all the good stuff. Yeah, it's just a cool piece of equipment, you know.
I love that
It's hilarious how big this thing is, though. It's like I picked it off my desk and I'm like, wow, this is so heavy. It's,
Yeah.
but nowadays, I mean, like consoles are huge now, so this doesn't even seem that insane anymore. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, isn't the PS5 just larger than that?
PS5 is massive now. I mean, like, yeah, so, you know, we laugh at how big this thing was back in the day, but nowadays, I mean, the consoles are just as big. They have all the cooling they need to put in there and all that stuff. So, yeah, you know.
I loved at the time that it was nice that it had a hard drive. It came in handy, but like you didn't have to buy a memory card for it. You
Yeah.
know, unless you were going over to your friend's house, but just to save my game, that's just built into the system, and that was always something that I can appreciate at the time.
Yeah, I miss the original Xbox days. I really miss the strategy they had back then. Made me reminisce a little bit about just all the exclusives. They were really going hard on that. It carried over to the Xbox 360 as well, like the early part of it. And that's the Xbox I would love to see come back. And maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I've always been a fan of Xbox. I would love to see it kind of have better days again, but I don't know. And Microsoft has a different strategy for that brand, unfortunately. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting too because it was like a new contestant. You know,
Yes.
it was like a two-party system until the Xbox came along.
Yeah, it was nice to have, and they were a good competitor too. I mean, they had the money that they could throw behind it. They had,
Yeah.
you know, good franchises, really good games that were being released. I mean, truly iconic franchises. I mean, Halo, obviously, I mean, one that to this day still means something. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully they can find their way again. I think they forgot what made the original Xbox and Xbox 360 popular and so much, you know, so loved. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they can bring that back.
The
Yeah,
launch
I
of the
hope
Xbox
so.
One hurt them in a way which is almost unrecoverable. I feel like
Yep.
they had such a great track, and the Kinect was vaguely interesting. Right, I'll get some credit for being unique, but maybe you shouldn't bet the whole.
Yeah, the Kinect
the whole
to
farm on
me
that.
was the downfall of the whole Xbox brand. I think they never could recover from that. It just got worse and worse from that point on. It was the Kinect, and then you know, the Don Matrick thing. You know, with that, and just Xbox One can never recover, and it's been just a slippery slope since then. So
I
It was
remember
the doubling down. Good.
that when they were doing they're coming out with the always online requirement, and that was so hated, and there was so much like uncertainty around that. And then there was that I think it was, what was it? Was it E3 or something like that?
oh
He-
yeah,
but-
the
he-
famous quote that he had. Yeah.
Well, when Sony came out and they were like, "Here, let's show you how to lend a game to your friend," and they just hand the game over, and I remember I was watching this, and they did that, and the whole audience started going, "Sony, Sony, so," and they were, every time they said Sony, it was like another nail in the coffin for Microsoft. And ever since, that was the moment in my mind that like their reputation was just tarnished.
It was crazy because like Xbox 360, the first half of that generation, it was all about Xbox and Microsoft. They were
Yeah.
killing it.
They could,
And then
they
that was
coulda-
it. They released the Kinect and they just completely lost focus of what made it so great to begin with. And Sony capitalized on it. I mean, they knew what they were doing.
We had to chase Nintendo, and the Xbox 360 Connect, again, it was a toy. It was adorable. I think that was a Don Matrick baby. It's like, oh, look, we can compete on Nintendo's terms too. And so you come out with the next generation system. It's like, we're going to double down, because if it's built in by default, you have to make games for it instead of being this peripheral that nobody's going to make games for. And then it turns out the use case was maybe not what people actually wanted. It was also like $100 more than the PlayStation 4, and didn't, let's put it this way. They were very, very similar in terms of performance. But when you're comparing every single clock cycle, the PlayStation 4 GPU was just better, right? It was more powerful. You can't deny that.
Power will take you so far, but if you don't have the vision behind it, then somebody in the chat said Asha Sharma did an interview the other day, and she said some good things. I like the direction she's had Xbox going for the short time she's took the reins, and I do agree with that.
Yes.
Some of the things I hear are positive. Obviously, the layoffs and the budget cuts and the delays and this and that. That's just more like tech industry bullcrap that everybody's dealing with. But when she talks about the brand and changes and acknowledging what went wrong, that fills me with hope. So we'll see. Give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the showcase was really good. I liked what a lot of the stuff they showed off. The new Gears looks pretty incredible to me. Fable's back. Like there's some cool stuff coming out. I'm pretty excited.
We don't need AI in the Xbox because we already have Ambernick AI, and it does everything that I expect AI for gaming to do.
Yeah.
The next thing that happens is the new Xbox has a dedicated Copilot button. That's it. We're done.
I just want AI. I just want AI to play the game for me, so I don't need to worry about it. I could just sit back and it plays the game, and I get the achievements, and that's all I care about. All right, moving on. Retro lunch.
Lunchtime.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got for us?
Lunchtime. So lunchtime, I wouldn't call it high tech, but I will call it tech. I have a lunch tip, and it's these things. Are you familiar with these?
I love this.
These are
cookie cutters.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Oh, I thought it was for Play-Doh.
Yeah, well, you could do it for Play-Doh too if you want to, but I don't recommend eating the Play-Doh. My kids don't eat. I got 4 of them, and all of them are like skin and bones. They don't eat. They refuse to eat. I have to go chase them down in the backyard with a spoon to go get them to eat. They just will not eat a meal. But you know what they will eat? Snacks. So now if you pick up that the photo, but what I end up using these cookie cutters for is that I'll make them a sandwich, and then I will use the cookie cutter and I will actually drill into the sandwich with the cookie cutter. And then all of a sudden what you cut out of it is a fun shape, and it's got no crust, and it's like a snack. And what they don't realize is they're eating 2 or 3 or 4 of these snacks, and like, oh no, you accidentally snuck lunch into me by giving it a fun shape.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And so
do you ever disguise vegetables in there or healthy stuff that sneak it in?
It's like chicken nuggets, right?
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
fun shapes.
Dinosaur nuggets, yeah.
I barely get them to eat anything healthy. So you're pushing too far, Dweeb. You're pushing too far with my kids.
You just need to get some calories in them. Here,
I just need calories in them. They will survive exclusively off of chicken nuggets and mac and cheese if we let them.
Sounds like every kid
trying to branch out.
That sounds like me.
It's not a bad life, but we aspire for better. So that's me.
Yeah.
Quick tip, lunch related.
It's funny. I say it as a joke that it sounds like me, but I actually do have this little sandwich cutter that squishes. It cuts off the crust and it squishes the outside, and it kind of turns it into a little
Uncrustable
pocket.
style. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make those, and I'll bake them in the oven, and they turn out like you can put almost anything in them. So sometimes I'll make them a little kind of like a pie thing, or maybe I'll make a savory beans and rice or something inside. And it's like little hot pockets or little pies, and it's just made with bread. So yeah, snacks. I think that your kids have it figured out. Ben is next.
All right. I'm gonna stick with the music theme that I had going from last one. Anybody that kind of remembers from last year, a lot of the guys on the podcast fell into this DAP trap.
I like that. Yeah, it is the DAP trap.
And unlike Rob, for example, I did not give up quite on that one.
Hey, I bought a Zune HD this year. Okay, so I'm still in on it this year.
Well, you didn't get in on it as much as I did.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Shipped from Canada a speaker for an iPod, and it is red as can be. And it is actually an iPod dock, but you're kind of like, yeah, see? And I actually have this one plugged in. It's cool because it's a little mechanism. That
Nice.
just rotates out.
Whoa.
And
Was that a transformer sound?
I don't know. If you can,
It sounded like it.
let's see. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
it.
if you can hear this, it's like a little, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that was really cool about this to me is, first off, it's a high quality speaker to begin with. And as someone who listens to a lot of music, that's important. But this iPod version of the dock, it was controlled entirely by touch. And it had its own wheel on it, its own touch wheel on it. And
That's cool.
if I take my custom iPod,
Look,
mini,
you even have the matching
matching
one.
iPod.
I don't know how
this
well
guy
that
iPod.
is.
that is
visible.
adorable.
but you could control.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, It's been a while since I've used this, but you could actually control the iPod itself with the touch wheel that's on here. But if you're not controlling the iPod, it had a couple of extra modes for like radio and stuff like that. Or people on eBay sell Bluetooth adapters that you can plug into the iPod port, and so you can use it as a Bluetooth speaker as well. I know it's different shades of red, but like, how else are you going to match this like glossy red? The funniest thing to me is just the radio antenna on the back.
I love that.
Oh,
We don't see
classy.
that tech anymore. Just
Yeah.
telescoping.
It's like the Simpsons TV.
This what was it?
You can
My
use it for
first
sparring.
my first car had one of those, a 2001 Ford Taurus.
It did until you took it to the automated car wash, and then you don't have it anymore.
I was careful about that. Oh, I saw someone in chat go, "Ouya, massive fail." There is an Ouya back there.
Ooh yeah.
I owned one of those. The Android gaming was the future until you saw the controller and it had the Ouya buttons on it. It's like, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Controller was the worst part of that for sure.
It was really
yeah, I pulled it out of
awful.
that. I pulled it out of that box.
It's so
It's
bad.
genuinely bad.
Yeah, the controller is awful. Like, the console itself is actually not that bad, and there's a whole community that has revived it. So it's really cool to kind of just revisit it. But yeah, the controller did not do it any favors. But you can connect other controllers to it, so that's a good thing.
Oh, that's neat. I like any piece of tech that has transforming pieces, especially when they're like robotic. Pushing a button and seeing like, oh, that's.
It sounds like
That's
it's
like a-
groaning though when you do
So,
it.
admittedly, when I got it in the mail, I had to like push in on this mechanism because it came all the way from Canada. That's a long trip, and
Yeah.
it just was getting jammed at first. But a little
Oh,
bit
so that's who bought it.
oh,
Yeah.
that's who.
I'm glad it went to a good home.
Got
Didn't
it.
the 1X sugar make that transforming sound every single time you change the orientation of it?
Oh, I
God.
think it did.
I talked to people who owned that and they said that it's really fatiguing.
Yeah. All right, so rounding this out, mine's pretty simple. I just made a video on this little guy. It is a little e-reader.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Ah.
the X4. This thing is like going viral or whatever. It's super popular. The XTEINK X4. And it's a simple little device. It's tiny. It fits in your pocket, obviously. And you can install some custom firmware on there that kind of expands the customizability. And it is it's this how do I describe why it's cool? Because you look at this and you're like, oh, it's just an e-reader, but like the fact that it is tiny is interesting. Like when you see it in your hands, it's sort of like seeing a tiny little handheld in your hands. It's special. There's something about it. Once you get it in your hands, you're like, you know what? Tiny e-reader. Yes. And just the fact that it doesn't do anything other than reading books has actually made it so I've been reading more books. Because I used my phone as my e-reader before this. I actually had a Kobo Mini ages ago. And then I switched over to my phone. And the problem with a phone is that it's also a phone. So there's a million distractions in the world. But I have this. I wear cargo shorts, and I have the Miu Mini on the left side, and I have this on the right side. And at first I was carrying it around just for the novelty, but I got so used to having this with me, and it's so light and insubstantial, like I don't even notice it there, that I've actually been pulling it out to read at various points. Like even if I have like 5 minutes, I'll just get through a few pages. And it's just kind of cute and lovely. And that's all there really is to it. It's cheap too. Yeah, if you buy it from the official website or from Amazon, it is quote unquote moddable, like it's the developer edition or whatever. If you buy it from AliExpress, there's a very simple, but there is a hoop that you have to jump through to get the custom firmware on there. But even out of the box, it's pretty good. If you scroll up there, Sony, where you see the guy using it, yeah, see that?
Yep. I was going to say, doesn't it magnetically like attach to like an iPhone? And that's part of the appeal, right? Because it's so portable, it kind of just can go with you everywhere, and you just have it there.
You know, they show that all the time, and everybody on YouTube is showing that off. I thought I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. But I started doing that, and I'm like, what the hell? Why would I do this? It makes no sense to me. Why do I want it, my e-reader stuck to the back of my phone? And also, the point is, it's not a phone. Like, it's different. Right. It's I don't want to grab my phone. I want this. So
yeah, I don't think I would do that either, because I also keep my wallet behind there. But
lots of people
want it separate.
Lots of people also get like little cases for them and like little, what do you call it? Yeah, like little protective silicone covers and stuff. I would never do that. I like the simplicity of just literally just the e-reader without any extra fuss. The thing I like about it is how simple and no nonsense it is. Just you got your books right there on this little piece of plastic. And also the design is kind of lovely too. It's kind of like this industrial design, kind of has a Swedish design, kind of brutalist look to it, almost like Dieter Rams or something like that. It's elegant and retro feeling to me in a pleasing way too. Oh, and you can if I put it to sleep here, you'll see. Watch this. Ready? Going to sleep. Boom.
Nice.
I got my
Nice.
a custom little TechDweeb wallpaper on there. So yeah.
The way that they match the background on the screen to the bezel, just the aesthetics of that looks so cool because it looks seamless. And like that's the kind of stuff that I look for. It's one of the reasons why I like small bezels on handhelds, because I just like it to look like this continuous screen. You know, it look like magic.
It is. When you get it in your hands, you're like, wow. It's got a lovely hand feel. Like I wish I had a handheld that felt this kind of classy. Anyways, that's my non retro handheld tech. Hang on, let me fix my camera. Where are we? There we go. Okay. And at this point, I don't want to move on. I don't want to miss the other topical question that we had. Where's my marker? All right, non-retro handheld piece of tech. All right, so I want to get to the advanced emulation trick because I feel like that's an important topic that I don't want to run out of time for. So we'll do that now, and let's do the drawing for who gets to go first. Bear with me. I'm still learning how to do this host thing. I hope it's going okay. Now that Stubbs has gone to a better place, this gonna have to figure this out.
We've seen him in worse situations.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll recover.
Yeah, he's resilient. He's resourceful. He's like Solid Snake. I'm sure he's going through all sorts of adventures right now, sneaking under boxes and stuff. Boom. Retro Lunch, you're going to start us off. An advanced emulation trick.
Excellent. me switch cameras. So what I want to show is well, first of all, I cannot compete with, just one moment. I apologize. I was not as prepared as I thought I was. Technical difficulties.
We can come back to you if you want.
All right. I think I'm ready now.
All right.
So what I wanted to show off for you able to see this is I like game specific emulation tips. And so I've been playing a lot of Super Nintendo lately. And what I like is on games that use the Super FX chip, like Star Fox 2, Super FX, like those games ran slow on even the original hardware. And they don't want to interfere with the original hardware. But if you use the SNES 9X emulator, I know like the SNES is supposed to be more accurate, but SNES 9X has some really cool emulation hacks and features. And so what I recommend is going here into core options, going to emulation hacks. And the first thing you'll see is SuperFX overclocking. What I like about this is unlike overclocking the CPU, which interferes with the game speed, this does not. Like this is, to me, is more safe. So I found that 200 seems like a really good range. And if you go into here, menu, resume, I get faster performance and a much smoother experience with Star Fox 2. Star Fox 2 and was it Stunt Race FX were two games which, like, I think they were later in the cycle. Those two really suffered from like slowdown. And this to me really just made it feel like it smoothed it out. And so it's a quick tip, but that's my tip. So Super FX games, turn on 200% Super FX overclocking. You will get a smoother experience.
I had no idea you could do that with Super Nintendo. I've been doing that with PlayStation for ages. PS1 increase the CPU cycles or the CPU speed. You know, for like chunky, slow games like King's Field or whatever that ran at like 12 frames per second, you can get them running basically perfect. But I had no idea that was a thing on Super Nintendo. That is awesome.
That's me.
All right. Moving along. Okay. On to me. Okay, so let me zoom in here again. There we go. Okay, so patching ROMs is the topic of mine. So when you have a foreign language game, what you do to get it playable is you download a ROM patch. And we probably familiar with patching ROMs. You know, I think it's sort of a rite of passage. Everybody does a ROM patch here and there, you know, lunar IPS or whatever. But did you know that you do not even need to patch the ROM? It's built into RetroArch. So look at this.
I did not know this.
Look at this. All right, so here's my NES games, and I'm going to jump out. I have Metal Max here because that was the game I'm playing right now. I didn't know this before this month when somebody mentioned it. I think somebody on my Patreon page or something. And when I started looking into it, it kind of blew my mind that this ability has been here all along. You don't need to patch your ROM. So Metal, where are we? I can't really see.
Mermaids, you gotta keep going down. Metal Fighter, Metal Gear, Metal Max.
There we go. Okay, so here's my patched version, Metal Max English V1. I patched that ROM, but down here, Metal Max Japan, and then you take your IPS patch file and you name it the same thing as your ROM file. And that's it. Watch this. I'm going to go over to RetroArch. I'm going to fire up Metal Max Japan, and it's in English. The ROM patch is automatically applied. And you don't need to patch your ROMs. You just have it the same file name as your ROM file, the IPS, and it just does it for you. Another cool thing, I don't have an example of this, but you can actually multi-patch your ROMs the same way by giving the IPS files a number. So .ips1 or .ips2, that determines the order that they're applied in. So there you go. That's it. That's my little tip. You don't need to patch your ROMs. RetroArch has it built in. It's called soft patching.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
This seems really handy just for applying and not applying. Like if I want to take off, I want one game, one ROM. I don't have to keep moving the SD card back and forth from my computer to go put on the different games. Like if I could just disable or rename the file and then it's not applied anymore, that seems very handy. So thank you.
Yeah. I like that you can do it on the device without having to like use your computer at all. You just download a patch for the game on your device and just change the file name and boom, you're good to go. You don't have to go to the PC and mess about with, copy the ROM over and you patch it and you copy it back. It's not that much work, but it is a little bit, right? This you can literally do on the fly. You just download a patch and change the name and boom, you're good to go. All right. One of the coolest things is that this ability has been there the whole time, and I had no idea.
We never went to college for RetroArch. I took the intro class in my community college, and that's about as far as I got.
Yeah, well, everything I need to know I learned on the streets, which is why I never learned how to patch a ROM properly. Because on the streets we just download the pre-patched ROMs. Oh, don't tell anyone. All right. Next up.
I hope it's banned.
You hope it's banned. It is
not
banned. Well, you shouldn't have jinxed it, Rob. It's your own fault.
It's
Dan's
okay.
have to close us out with the best one.
It's okay. Yeah, so I have a tip. I mean, I don't know if people know about it, but for PlayStation Portable PPSSPP emulator, you can actually go into settings and adjust the clock speeds of what it's emulating. So the PSP, when it first came out, it ran at a lower clock speed, and then eventually later on, Sony unlocked the clock speeds, and then games would utilize that. So there are games that actually will switch in-game between 30 and 60 frames per second, or, for example, you'll see the frame rate will dip when you're playing it, and what you do is you go into PPSSPP settings, and you can adjust the clock speed, so set it to like 600 megahertz, and what it does is it tricks the emulator actually to thinking that it's running at that higher clock speed, and so the games will then utilize that and run at the full potential of the performance. So some games, for whatever reason, they're hardwired that way. Even if you have a device that has a lot of power, you need that setting enabled in order for it to run at full speed the way it's supposed to. And I mean, so it's good for every game. Nowadays, there's cheats too that kind of do the same thing. So like Wipeout Pure is one that I always think of in terms of a game that, like, if you're racing and you shoot a weapon, let's say, you'll see that frame rate drop. With that setting, it won't do that anymore. But there's also a cheat code that you can do now as well for it. So it's just one of those things that exist, but it depending on the game, depending on whether or not you have access to the cheat database, that's a nice little trick to know that it actually does matter what the clock speeds are set to. So it's, something small.
I remember I used to mess with the clock speed all the time back on like the RP3 non-plus.
Yep.
It was whenever you have a device that's just hovering on the edge of being able to play a PSP game. You go in there and you start poking around, try the different clock speeds. And isn't there a thing also if like you keep it in a multiple of 3, like 333 or 666 or
so it was like
999?
I think the original speed was 222 or whatever, but it actually ran at 333. Like that's what it could support up to. And then there was overclocking beyond that on actual PSP hardware. But 333 was the one I think that it eventually was running on. And that's the speed that you want for the best performance on games, basically.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had to think about
the setting is still there. It still exists. It's usually just set to auto or 0, whatever it is by default. But there are still some games that specifically need that setting adjusted unless you have a cheat applied to it. Then you don't need to worry about it. But a game like Wipeout Pure can run at 60 frames per second. But if you don't do any changes in the settings, that game's only running at 30 frames per second. And it runs weird when you're shooting weapons and doing all that kind of stuff. So It's one of those games where you need to either explicitly add the cheat code to patch it to 60 frames per second, or change the clock speed, which will allow it to just run always at 60 frames per second. So, yeah, it's interesting how it still needs some of those settings in place because it's actually emulating the hardware. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. What's your go-to clock speed that whenever you do that? Is there like a number you always jump
So
to?
I
and
usually
try?
just set it to like 500 or 600. I don't think you're supposed to, but it has never failed me. So I
Set
just
it-
do
set-
that. Yeah.
Set it to like 7 million and just hope
Yeah,
for the best.
exactly. You know, just go max numbers.
Yeah. All right. That's a great tip. Okay. Last but not least, ban. What do you got for us? What emulation, advanced ban knowledge you got up in that ban head?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am not someone who gets into the weeds as much as a lot of other people, so I honestly don't have a tip for anybody. Yeah, I know, not like this, but I have always appreciated the idea of being able to see if it runs right out of the gate, and if it doesn't, what are the obvious things that you can change? If I
Resolution
really,
always.
yeah, resolution. If you really want to turn on frame skip, but if I find that there's a game that I want to play and it's something that I can't get working right away, I'll usually go ask someone like Rob, who seems to know everything.
Nah.
Yeah.
So that's your advanced tip: is just go bug retro tech guy.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's it. If you have a question,
Thanks.
join the Discord, go into the Retro Tech Dad community channel, and just ping him 7 times if you need help with something.
Oh,
That's
is it
my
like
tip.
Beetlejuice where you say my name? Was it 3 times?
Yeah, if you ping him 3 times, he'll come answer you.
All right. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that's probably the most practical tip, because Rob has nothing better to do than sit around
Exactly.
and answer individual questions. Yeah, I'll definitely make use of that. All right. So I think we have time. We got like about 12 minutes left or so. I don't want to overshoot the deadline here, but I think we have time for one more.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's going to be my turn, and I'm going to pick physical game because I am a board game loving guy. Oh, not necessarily board games. Well, I think we said physical game, any kind of game that's like in the real world, not tech game kind of thing. I forget how I phrased it. I wrote physical game on here, so that's what we'll go with. Some sort of physical, real world kind of game. And who's going to be starting us off? Oh, Retro Tech Dad.
Oh, nice.
What do you got for us?
So, in my family, we like to play board games. I think a lot of families probably enjoy playing board games, and some of some of our favorites is Monopoly. We really enjoy playing Monopoly. Even there's a card game version of it, Monopoly Deal, which we loved. We loved that in just in this household. But yeah, I think just board games in general, right? I mean, everybody loves board games. I'm curious to see what everyone's favorite board games are in chat, but Monopoly's always been out there. I think it's a great game. It teaches kids about property, money, how to handle money. Monopoly Deal is a great option because it's much faster. It's a fast-paced version of the game in cards, and you could take it with you anywhere you go. I mean, it's just like Uno, basically. It just fits in your pocket, and just have so much fun with all this stuff. I love it. These are all great games.
Yeah, Monopoly. I think I have one called Monopoly Go. Does that sound about right? There's like a little card version.
Yep, that's probably Monopoly Deal, I think, or maybe it is a different one. Because Monopoly Deal is awesome. It's meant to be like a quick 15-minute type of thing where up to 5 players can play it, and it's
Mobile game,
awesome.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so Monopoly Go is something different. That's cool.
It's like a little board
This
game.
is-
That's a little board game. Yeah, that's awesome.
This isn't the one that I have though. I think I got it mixed up. I think I have Deal, but I knew about Go. Anyways, that looks cool though. I
feel like Monopoly is timeless, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how can you go wrong with that game?
The Monopoly I have is Adventure Time Monopoly. That's the
Nice.
one. The
Nice.
one I picked my poison.
The house rules are always what make Monopoly special. It's like, yeah, there's a rule sheet, but then there's, this is how we play in this house, which means whenever you go
Yeah.
to somebody else's house and you have to learn the house rules, you people are crazy.
Yeah. I don't think anyone actually knows how to play, and nobody wants to know. All right. A beautiful answer. Lunch. Lunchy.
Ooh, my
lunchy
turn.
lunch. Yep.
So summertime is coming up, and the thing which me and my kids have really gotten into is this. So we are playing a lot of basketball. We're playing basketball outside, and one of the things that we had done is no vacations this year. We set up a little basketball court in our backyard.
What?
So
That's in your backyard?
What?
in our backyard. We laid down some concrete, and I got these like rubber tiles.
Okay, that's the coolest thing ever.
Wait,
we
you
don't
have
that
a
much
logo?
space.
You have
We
a
don't have that
logo.
much space in our backyard, but we don't have a
Yes.
full like half court, but like it's enough. And then the deal is like, okay, well, you can go drag over like a badminton net or a pickleball net or like volleyball in the middle. So like it's for
Jeez.
basketball, but it's also for like other sports. And the goal is the kids are on screens too much. You know, we would joke about in the olden days, your parents would kick you out of the house and say, come home when lights turn on. My kids don't do that. We don't let them out of the house. And so they're just at home and on screens. And I just need a reason to get them out and about. And so we just set up some play area with them.
This is
in
so
the backyard.
cool.
Yeah,
That
this
is-
is awesome.
Yeah, that is above and beyond, man.
Man, I would turn
is-
that into a street hockey. It's amazing.
You could do all sorts of activities.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
great. That's incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not quite done yet, but it is like, again, my kids have the athletic, like they want it, right? But it's like I have to give them the vehicle to go out there and go do it. And so this is what we're spending our time with this summer.
The only problem I see that would be a big problem if I was there is that net there without a big wall behind it, I'd be chucking so many balls over that fence, man.
We are purchasing a 16-foot like net that's going to go behind it, just because the
Smart.
kids have already thrown it over the wall. Yeah, we are purchasing
What?
a big net to go
You
behind
should
it.
just build a giant wall, and then your neighbor over there with that one window, now they're looking at a wall instead of instead of the nature they used to see a week before, and then you could have a fun conflict with them about that.
You know, RH has had enough political stuff going on. I don't think we want to bring up the idea of building walls anymore. We don't need that.
Oh no, not like this.
Oh, not like this.
And
Okay,
Stubbs
so
is coming
hang-
back from camping.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on, but before we get too far away, the logo. How did you put a logo? Yeah, is that just painted on there?
That is
No, I deferred that up to the company that did the lines. I can't draw straight lines. I have the worst handwriting and painting skills in the world. So they actually do the color on the rubber tiles, like when they ship it to us.
That's
Oh,
so
we
cool.
geez.
Done the logo and they slap it on.
I like that the B looks like the like Richie Rich's like the R that he had in his house, you know.
Just want to give a little serif. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get that little serif in there. I like that.
And what was established in 2013? The family or the
That's
court?
my wife and I got married. We were married in 2013. So
All right.
Okay.
Well, all right. Okay, so what's the secret to a successful marriage then? If Mr. Happily
Now we're getting
Married-
life tips.
expensive purses apparently. Or there's the book like the 5 love languages, and what I really learned, and what my wife is coming to grips with is the reason why it's called a language is because you don't understand it. And that's okay. You learn their love language, and then you learn to get invested in it. So I am learning all about expensive shoes and purses. You can talk to me all day about Christian Dior. You want to talk about some Louis Vuitton. You want to talk about how impossible it is to get an Hermes. Yeah,
Some
I will go
RH
talk to you about
merch.
that.
Oh yeah,
merch is
tell
good
me
too.
about it. Yeah.
But she's learning my language. She wouldn't know what an Ambernick is versus a Retroid, but now she's kind of coming to grips with this is my love language. This is your love language. Let's get invested in each other.
Okay. Well, if it means more handhelds on your shelf, then it sounds like it's probably worth it. All right. Moving along. There we go. My turn. Okay. So I'm a board game lover. In addition to camping and tech, one of the potential channel topics that I was considering making a channel about was board games. There are kind of 2 categories of board games in my life. There's like the traditional board games with the dice and the boards and stuff like that. And then there's the tabletop RPGs, the pen and paper RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons and Shadow Dark and these kind of things. However, I've made videos about both of those, but something I haven't made a video about is this little guy right here. This is the Dark Crystal adventure game. You guys know the Dark Crystal, right?
I love that movie. Yeah, Jim Henson, Dark Jim Henson is the best 80s Jim Henson.
Yeah. So there's a new show, the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, and it's actually very good. Oh, you should say if you like puppets, it's amazing. It's basically like Game of Thrones but Muppets. Really crazy puppet work. The whole show is non CG. You got to look at
That's
it. It's
cool.
absolutely bonkers. Like puppet technology to it's not going on anymore, but like whenever it was 2022 or 1 or something, whenever it was out, modern puppet technology is pretty crazy. Anyways, so this is a RPG book, and it's a whole system. So you can pick your Gelfling race. There are several different types of Gelflings in the world of the Dark Crystal, and you have a character sheet. I have one over here. Right here. Yeah, got some character sheets. I've been running this game for my little cousin. She is a Dark Crystal nut, and I'm an RPG nut, and I like the Dark Crystal. So I've been running this as like a little duet solo style, like where I'm the game master and she's playing the game. What's unique about this is that the game is one adventure. So there's a system where it teaches you how to play and how to use the dice to do things, but there is just one adventure in the book, and it's sort of like this big, long, winding story where you have to go around and do different stuff. And the book is so cool. Like, you see how like it folds out, and you get these like cool illustrated maps. Of course, there's like a monster manual built in to the book. All the creatures of the world are in there. And the way we play, hang on, I have a little example over here. Give me a sec. Okay, so I make these maps like that.
Nice.
And so I'll hide parts of the map underneath. So like this is a river right here, and there's a little dock there, and the house. I just copied the map. This is a map from the book, but we play on actual maps. So it's just these little pieces, these big pieces of paper, and I'll hide stuff underneath there so she doesn't know what's in there. You know, she doesn't know if there's enemies in there or good guys or what, or if it's abandoned. And then when she goes in, we reveal what's in there. I make the little minis for us to play. You know how I always am playing with my little paper puppets. So
Oh, yeah.
I do the same thing when I play tabletop RPGs. I'll just do them little small guys. So I'll make little characters. All the enemies. If I come across an enemy, like if I roll a random encounter and there's some sort of enemy there, I'll just I make so many of these. They take me like 2 seconds, like they're nothing. So I'll just literally make these on the fly. I'll just scribble up a little guy, and I'll make like a little standee of it. So I actually have this huge box of all these little guys and all these little monsters and stuff like that I've just made on the fly as I play. Sometimes I'll make them in advance. And that's it's sort of like Dungeons and Dragons, but whimsical and fairy tale like in the world of the Dark Crystal, and simpler too. It's very simple. It's a simple system, focus on storytelling, and the actual story they tell in the game is wonderful. It's really good. I'm going to do a review of this on my channel at some point.
That's cool.
The Dark Crystal Adventure game, and it's just a book. All you need is the book.
You're not going to make the little girl kill an orc in front of the orc's family, are you?
Oh, I love doing that to my players. I love giving them like situations where it's super like, where they'll kill a goblin and then realize, oh, that goblin was a father and his children are crying now.
Oh, kind of like what happened to Stubbs, huh?
Stubbs will never be the same.
Oh, I do that all the time. Yeah, that's like my bread and butter. I'm a cruel GM. Yeah. Oh, and the book is beautiful too. It's got this like
The art and everything looks
this
awesome.
velvety cover, and it's got like a big map on the inside. It's so nice to look through. Even if you just buy it just to like read it yourself and kind of go through the adventure in your mind as you read it, it's beautiful. Look at that. See that? It's got like little pockets here and there and little fold out stuff and tons of pictures, and yeah. There it is. That's mine. And moving along, last but not least, I forget who didn't we do? Ban.
Oh, certainly not the least.
Yeah. What do you got for us?
My mic's been muted. Oops.
Oh, no, we were just ignoring you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, similar to Rob, my family has always been big into like board games, card games.
Yep.
If Rob hadn't said Monopoly originally, I was gonna say it because I think I've got somewhere in the neighborhood of about a dozen different copies of it, including the
Ooh,
1999 Star Wars Episode 1
That's cool.
copy of Monopoly.
Do you have the Mario version?
I don't. Or are you talking about like the more modern one?
Well, I guess it's a more modern one, right? Was it
Yeah.
the Nintendo one? I guess.
Yeah, I mean, more modern ones. We've got like the Nintendo one, the Sonic one,
That's cool.
the Pizza Edition Monopoly. But I think that's probably the main one because that used to be a tradition at Thanksgiving is we eat, everyone's tired, let's go play Monopoly instead until someone gets upset. But card games are like the other big thing for my family, at least. First one, yeah, there it is. That's Pizza Monopoly. Your goal is to like get as many points as possible by collecting pizza slices, and on the bottom of the pizza slice is the amount of points that you get.
Yeah, it's crazy how many different versions of Monopoly there are now. Like, I think we have also probably like a dozen different ones in the house, and it's just. I mean, I still like the classic one, but they are fun to mess around with. But I like the art and all that on there. It's cool to just look at that.
If I knew where it was, I would have brought out the most evil version of Monopoly I have, because it has the main like board, and then there's a second one inside.
Oh,
Like circles of hell.
It's called Monopoly: The Longest Game Ever.
oh.
Oh God.
I've had games like in the the original Monopoly where we actually had to stop for the night and just hope that no one, borrow a little money from the bank or something, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
There it is.
Longest game ever. Wow.
Now, if you look closely at the board, you would notice that there's like multiple browns, like on the outside and on the inside,
oh
or
man.
there's
Yeah.
multiple go to jails. There's multiple free parking. It is the most painful game because, hey, Rob, how many dice are there?
Let's see. There's
Just
only one. Yeah.
there's
What
just
I-
one.
You can move at
Oh.
most 6
No.
spaces at a time.
You're not rolling doubles to get out of jail.
Yeah, there's no doubles. If you get in jail, you have to wait it out. There is no paying to get out early. And the board could just send you anywhere if you land on one of the
Jeez.
like dozen chance spots.
I like how they wrote, and you thought the original took forever. Like
Yeah.
they're not even trying to hide it. Like,
No.
they know what you're here for.
I enjoy when that grind. Like the game is in thirds, right? So the first third, you're acquiring properties. The second third, you're wheeling and dealing, you're negotiating properties. And then there's that slow grind in the last third where you're just going across the board and everything's purchased and waiting to die. And I need a version of Monopoly that solves that part.
There's actually a version where like there's like an automatic banking thing, which is nice
Yep.
because I don't know about everyone else's family, but somehow whoever's the banker, a little sketchy. I don't know. The math seems to be a little off sometimes. I'm missing 100 here and there. I don't know about that banker.
It's like a real banker.
I had we had the 2008 to 2010 version of electronic Monopoly, where it was like you were given literally a credit card style like piece that was for your money, and it was kind of like that.
Yep, we actually have this version. Yeah.
But at least then you only had to worry about yourself.
There's no way the batteries that in that device are not leaking all over the place because you forgot them in there 20 years ago.
Admittedly, I don't think we have that version anymore, but the batteries are probably leaking if we do.
Yeah, that's what they were for. For being disposable, so you had to buy another one. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap up our questions. I think we got through a good chunk of them. We got through the best ones. All the rest of them kind of sucked, and I'm sure the rest of the hosts had really crappy answers anyway. So we're probably doing just fine. Maybe we could do a follow up with this, with the questions we missed. We could add a few more. Let us know, I guess, in the comments. Send some mail to Retro Handhelds. Tell them how much you liked this show with me running the show, calling the shots. And I wanted to end with one quick little thing. Let's just quickly go around and say what we're doing this weekend. Start us off, Rob. What are you doing this weekend?
I am going to be working on my videos, and swimming.
Right.
Swimming, it's swim weather now.
Swimming and working.
Enjoying my pool. Yeah.
Let us know in the chat what you guys. Let us know in the chat what you guys are doing this weekend too. Band, what do you got going on?
I'm going to go see a car show on Saturday, actually.
Oh, okay. You're a car guy.
I enjoy cars, yeah.
Yeah, cars are pretty good. They get me from point A to point B, and sometimes they look cool doing it.
Sometimes, not always.
Yeah, true. What about you, Mr. Lunch? Going to be serving some lunches?
We are packing this weekend because we are heading over to Alaska, and I know you're not supposed to admit that you're traveling, so please, internet, don't rob my house, knowing that I'm going to be out this weekend.
Well, at least they won't know which one is your house with that.
I'm just going to peek in the backyard.
that logo that you have on it.
Suddenly I'm on Google
in a
Earth.
dangerous position.
Yeah. So I was earlier today for dinner. I was at a restaurant with my mom. The reason I thought of the weekend thing is because I was paying the bill. I was taking mom out to dinner as a good son does. I was waiting for the machine to beep, and the waitress asked me if I had plans for the weekend. And before I could say anything, my mom burst out laughing. Like she knows I don't have plans, right? But
Aww.
she didn't have to just call me out like that right in front of the waitress with her laughter. I totally didn't have plans though, so I couldn't get angry at her. She knows, and everybody knows. But yeah, so I don't have much going on. I'll probably work on a video too. Maybe
Should come over and swim.
Oh, that sounds like a good use of my time. Travel halfway across the planet to go for a swim at your house instead of somewhere around me. Sure. Well, thank you for the invite. At least.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having me, everybody. This was so fun. I love being here. I love hanging out with you guys.
Everybody goes to try to TechDweeb. He's probably the most creative person in this space. He is an artist. He has a vision. And your latest trend lately of the gameplay videos, just the ones that are focused on the games. I'm loving this trend. I'm loving that you are highlighting the games first, because that's what this hobby is supposed to be all about. And I picked things up from your videos. That's
nice to hear, because those are easy videos to make compared to lots of my other ones. So I'm happy to do more of those. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And have yourself a lovely weekend, everybody.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thanks, man.
Aw. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care of each other.
Take care of those handhelds.
Take care of those handhelds.
Someone stay Stubbs.
Can we end with the song again? The intro song? That was a... Hey, how you doing? It's the Retro Handhelds Podcast. Come with us. We'll talk about some stuff and things and whatever all night long. Until we're bored and we say goodnight and we all go do something else.
Bye, Stubbs. We're going to miss you.